was made by a man in my home state. Guys, it's great to see you all. Are you excited about Christmas?
Yes!
Do you like Christmas stories?
Yes!
Who's that on the front of my book? Santa Claus, right? Well, the First Lady and I really love this story, and we thought maybe we would read it to you. Would you like for us to read it to you?
Yes.
We used to read it to our little girl when she was very young, and she still likes it. So shall I read it? You want to hear it? Okay. It says, the night before Christmas, or a visit of St. Nicholas. St. Nicholas is another name for
Santa.
That's right. Okay, and see here's some great, beautiful pictures here. Who's that?
Santa.
That's right. Can you see? Okay. Okay. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to the objects below. When what to my wandering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called some by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Dunder and Blixen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet an obstacle, mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team, gave a whistle, and they all flew away like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. And there's the picture. You see how he's filled the stockings? And there's the family looking at the tree. You like that? There's Santa Claus. It's a good story, isn't it? And Hillary?
So now we're going to have a chance to say hello to all of you. And we're going to go into another room at the far end of the hall. This is called the State Dining Room. And we're going to go into the East Room and see a bit of a performance of a story called Annie. Any of you know the story of Annie?
You know Little Orphan Annie?
Little orphan girl.
You know this story?
Annie? Well, we're going to go see some of her story in just a minute. But the president and I want to say hello to each of you as you went by. So I think what we're supposed to do is to
Stand over there.
stand over
Sit over
here.
there.
Is that right? Okay.
Have you all seen the gingerbread White House over there? And did you see Socks there, our little cat? Well, when you go by, look at all the cats. There are lots of cats on the White House. Where's the cat? Outside, I think. We may bring him in. But if we're going to try to find Socks, but if you look there, you'll see a lot of cats on the White House.
I'm gonna need the tight tool. Tight tool. Hey, Steve. They're going now? Yeah, follow me.
Mr. President, was there anything in your stocking for the Pentagon? Did you come up with any resolution of the $50 billion shortfall question?
One thing they can see it's considerably less than that, and we're working on a number of possible resolutions, but it depends on what we do with the rest of the budget. We made a lot of progress today, and I was encouraged by the meeting.
Will you be able to do that without biting into the domestic budget?
I hope so, but we're working on it. We haven't got all the answers yet, but I was most encouraged that OMB and the Council of Economic Advisors and the Pentagon all agree that the number is considerably smaller than 50 billion.
How much?
In the range of 30. Over 6 years. Sounds like a little.
No.
We'll see. I don't know. How are you? Yes, there you go, Mom.
Very important. You're so nice.
I was a Democrat too. Let me introduce my friend, my Republican friend, Oliver Warbucks, who in 1933 was the richest man in the world, worth $3 billion. In those days, that was a lot of money. Yes, Oliver Warbucks had everything except a family. Until Christmas, 1933, when he adopted a little red-headed boy. Christmas morning, 1933, we were all there. All the orphans from the orphanage, his adoring secretary, Grace Farrell, and me.
Merry Christmas, Daddy Warbucks, you're adopted.
perfect, but not for long. Because that morning, Christmas, into Warbucks 5th Avenue mansion stormed Mrs. Harriet Doyle, New York City Commissioner of Department of Child Welfare, and she brought some terrible news for Warbucks and Annie.
Mr. Warbucks, it has come to our attention that you have broken the wall.
Broken the law? What are you talking about, Commissioner?
Well, since you're not married, the child has no mother, and her adoption is thus illegal. This is my assistant, Miss Kelly. I'll take Annie back to the orphanage with me.
This is nuts! I just got here!
Hold it, Commissioner. I don't give a damn what the law says. I'm all over Warbucks.
Pardon me. I knew just what your response would be. Since you think you're better than her or me. Oh, God, how you people speak in my girl. Well, sir, you're not above the law. You probably even jaywalk. Are you believing I see that you won't watch? We'll just put this man before some judge. You like all your contact one paper law. You all think you're above it to tell us this and to shove it. Well, go do it, I love it. So you are not above the law. Not above the law. Not above the law.
Wait, Commissioner. I would do anything to keep Annie. I would even get married.
Very well. I'll give you 60 days to find a wife. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So, Annie, this is probably the best thing that could have happened to us. I mean, you getting a mother, me getting married.
A kinderfather? Ain't that a family, Miss Farrell?
Well, of course it is, Andy, but the Department of Child Welfare doesn't think so.
I like the way things are now.
Me too, honey. But things never stay the same. Change it. That's what life's about. Change it. Sometimes turn you inside out. Maybe this is what's called growing. Hey, be brave and keep on going. Come on, Grace, let you and I get started on that list of women who might make a good mother for Annie.
Mother, boy, things sure change awful fast when you're a kid.
We all like it.
Changes, happening day and night. One day, rainbows, next day, nothing's right. Maybe this is what's called growing. Hey, be brave and keep on going. It's the most important question. Beating down my door. When he's married, will he love her more? It's scary, shaky, everything is strange. When nothing seems certain but
Grace Farrell, Oliver Warbucks' secretary, is secretly in love with her boss. And Annie adores her. If she's going to have a mother, well, she yearns for her to be Grace. Several days later, Annie goes back to the orphanage that she grew up in to talk to somebody her own size.
Hey!
What's it doing back here?
Mr. Warbucks, you see, he's got to get married to keep me, so I'm getting a mom.
Oh,
Here's a bunch of files Commissioner Doyle sent, pictures and stuff of ladies who are maybe
rushes back to the mansion to try to talk her father into marrying Miss Farrell. It's no use.
Daddy, come here. I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm fond of Grace. Very fond. Only she deserves somebody, well, closer to her own age. She's not too young for me, honey, but I'm too old for her. She's a lovely thing, and don't I know it? She belongs in the arms of a young girl.
Well, of course I said yes, and, well, that was that for Miss Grace Farrell. Well, she was left alone on the upper deck, dreaming of how things would have been if she had landed more bucks instead of me. Poor dear, sweet Grace. It would have been wonderful, just given a chance. It might have been funky at first, but it would have turned into a dance. But he gives up a joy that's as splendid as anything under the sun. It would have been wonderful. It would have been wonderful. It would have been wonderful. Had it only begun.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered together today to join this man and this woman in the holy state of matrimony. Sheila Kelly, do you take this man, Oliver Warbucks, to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
Oliver Warbucks, do you take this woman, Sheila Kelly, to be your lawfully wedded wife? Fine!
Hold it! Leaping lizards! Everybody, guess what? My father didn't marry Sheila Kelly after all. On account of Miss Farrell. She stopped the wedding because she found out that Mrs. Kelly was really...
I'll stop with that. Miss Grace Farrell talked to the FBI and found out that I was,
A great big funny baloney.
and I had been in jail. And she also found out that I was none